Barry came to us and he'd already made the decision that he wanted to do things differently.
Barry had never really held down a decent job sustainably. I think 2 or 3 months might have been the longest ever time. He'd been in prison for over 5 years.
I learned how to fight at an early age, become quite good at what I did, could look after myself and others. Pretty much made a career of it, to be honest with you.
We talked about what opportunities Pathway had and what Pathway might offer and the expectations we would have. So it was everything from accommodation to employment to creating opportunities for him to meet pro-social people.
He had very difficult beginnings and to compensate for the fact there was no big person looking out for him or looking after him, Barry at a very young age had to take things into his own hands.
You didn't have a childhood where Mum was there for you, or?
Nah, she was more about partying and working and partying. Wasn't really much love. I don't really know how to explain that. Just no love.
And what was life like in your house?
Chaotic. Yeah, chaotic parties, bottles everywhere. Motorbikes screaming up and down the driveway. No stability, no routine, no nothing really.
How old are we talking when we're talking about you being able to go out and sort of do what you want and terrorise?
7. I was born with alcohol fetal symptoms, which is a big thing for me. I was born with a little hand. Hello. And yeah, I used to get picked on hard out. And that's how I learnt to fight and look after myself. And from the age of 12 up, I ended up in foster homes all over the North Island, all over the South Island. No one could keep control of me. So school was a bit of not a keeper for me. And don't really have a very good education or anything like that.
As we got talking and he shared more about his life, it was
And what did being part of their gang mean?
Stand up for who you are, be proud of who you are, proud of your colour, hate everybody, and love yourself and love your brothers. Yeah, I did actually love it. Felt like a family that actually cared for me and loved me. And there was food on the table every night. Invercargill Police Station became my second home. And that's how they knew me. It was old Barry's home. That's how bad it was. Burglaries, car conversions, assaults, GBHs. Shite.
one thing that I did challenge him on all the time through our assessment was how he kept referring to himself as a piece of crap. He used the word shit actually.
First swastika was on the back of my neck, represented a mean fight in the middle of the wing between me and a member of the Black Power. And yeah, I won, and one of the, bigger boys of the crew that I used to run with respected me hard out and put that on my neck. So now every time I walk around, people can see it. I hate it, but that was my life.
That probably works quite good when you're a 10-year-old, but when you're still using the same techniques in later years, it sort of wears a wee bit thin, and violence and aggression aren't the best way forward for an adult. So Barry learnt a few of those things. He had come to the decision way before he got here that he wanted to do it differently. We were the catalyst, we were the mechanism that he used.
Norton Hilton, they used to call it, because it was like the luxury of all jails. But I got attacked, quite severely attacked, put in hospital and stuff. Lost all my teeth, broken ribs, broken leg, scared the living crap out of me. When I got back to the wing, the boys wanted nothing to do with me. No one would admit to anything. And then I found out that it was my own, who I thought were my family, that had set it up. So it was either carry on fighting for people that don't even want you, and carry on getting stupid, idiotic tattoos, or go out to the yard and tell all the skinheads that I don't want you in my life no more. And that's what I did. Carried on moving from there. That was like the biggest step of my life, like the biggest step. I'm so glad it happened. Gutted about my teeth, but it's life, eh?
He was very optimistic about what might happen for him in the community, and it was that optimism, I guess, that made me like him. So he stayed at the retreat and got into work.
Been in and out since I was 15 years old. I've always said to the justice system that you keep releasing me with nothing. There's no one around that wants me in this town that gives me a job, nothing. I get released this time and someone wants me. Actual people wanted me. Made me cry, actually, to be honest with you. Yeah, it made me cry. I didn't think people could love people like that or care for people like that.
He pushes himself really, really hard. He's got a very high standard, and he tends to push and be hard on himself, and he's really, really hard on other people around him to meet the standard that he has. So we've really enjoyed having Barry here. In fact, Barry, it's been an absolute delight to see a young man so determined to do things differently.
Pathways helped me something chronic, and I respect that big time. Respect is a big thing, and they've all given me respect. Given me a job, given me a house out in, Mochikarara. John and Heather. John's been a big part of my life too. He was like a dad I never ever had. The best thing I knew was to come back to Oak Tree and jump on a forklift. I've got my forklift license, and it keeps me safe and it keeps me out of trouble. Idle hands cause trouble, and if I'm working I don't cause trouble, so just being there to support me when things are tough, give me new words for my vocabulary, just to open my mind really to a different life, a different person that was hidden all the way at the back there. I was evil, I didn't like people, I would say nasty things, I would hurt people, and now I wake up in the morning and smile at people. What's going on with that?
To most of us, it would be he still has a really chaotic life. But from where Barry's come from to where he is now is like, there's light years of difference.
Yeah, well, I get up to work every day, I'm taking care of myself, I've got responsibilities, I'm building structures and routines for myself. Yeah, I'm proud of myself, yeah. And when I wake up and look in the mirror, I love myself. I can't believe the person that I've turned out to be, like really.
Been out for over 2.5 years now, and he might not like the word, but he's just blossomed, really. He's blossomed into the man I knew he could be and the person he wanted to be.